Due to mature subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's up, wild animals, and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Jared, and you're watching the Ben and Jared Show. So, today, we're back at it as usual. We're going to get right into it with our Celeb Gossip.
Alright, let's get started.
Celeb Gossip. So, first up on our list is the police swarm Antonio Brown's home. So, for those of you who don't know, Antonio Brown was a former wide receiver for the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in the news a lot lately with a bunch of stuff kind of going on here and there. But this particular instance, he was accused of felony battery and burglary and issued out an arrest warrant. Brown, who is 31, apparently was accused of assaulting a man who worked for a moving company over a set of keys and a payment dispute. They're also stating that his trainer had a hand in the alleged assault and battery and is also being charged. Brown recently turned himself in.
I saw that.
Yeah, he turned himself into the Broward County jail system, and then he was released out on $110,000 bail. So this is like part of a long list of things that have kind of been going on.
Like, how bad was the assault for it to be $110,000?
I mean, well, you gotta think about it. He's a celebrity for one. So
is that like legal for if you have more money to charge higher bail? Is that a thing?
I mean, I guess it depends on who you are, your status.
I didn't know
because
that.
if it were you or I, we wouldn't be paying $100,000.
We wouldn't have been able to get out.
So I mean, I think it depends on the charge, because this isn't a misdemeanor. This is a charge of felony. Too.
So beating somebody up?
A felony versus a misdemeanor, I believe the bail, if you are offered bail, is a lot different in the price range too.
And all he did was just beat somebody up?
Well, it wasn't just beat somebody up. Apparently, according to him and his lawyer, he was expecting a moving service to help move some things for him. And when they got there, that's kind of when the whole thing broke out. It's not really 100% clear as to what happened. The lawyer states it was just more of something that had to do with the keys, but the actual gentleman who filed the charges stated that he was assaulted and battered. The lawyer actually had this to say. He said, "I think it's much to do about nothing. We anticipate the charges will be dropped, and he will be acquitted of all charges."
Yeah, so. I mean, that's good. Also, he's super fine.
What does it have to do with anything?
It doesn't.
He's clearly scum, if you ask me. This is, like I said, this is just one thing in a long list of things that have happened. He was also accused of sexual assault.
Really?
Yes, sexually assaulting his former trainer, who was a woman, and that's why the Patriots actually released him
I didn't know
from his contract. And that's still currently in litigation. So it's alleged. It's not been confirmed one way or another. But according to her, she was sexually assaulted by him, and this took place sometime around September of last year, which is when he was released from his contract.
So he's got a couple legal things going right now.
And, so he seems to be like one of those media bad boys. He's always in the media. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, I don't have any bad or ill feelings for the guy, but it just seems like every time he's in the media, it's for a bad reason. I think he really needs to get a good PR team and make some smarter choices to clean up his image, because nobody's gonna want him playing for them if they know this is, that's why, like I said, that's why New England dropped him. So
interesting. I didn't know that. All I know is I think he's super good looking. So I'm hoping the charges are dropped. And that's that on that.
Basic. Anyways, moving on. So, Orlando Brown, former That's So Raven and Major Payne actor, is speaking out with allegations that Nick Cannon, who is the host of Wilding Out, he's a commentator, a rapper, he's, you know, very multifaceted career, stating that Nick Cannon had a sexual encounter with him in the past, and performed oral sex on him. His exact words were, "He sucked my dick."
Yeah.
And at some point, he also stated, "I liked it. It was okay. Everybody knows you did it as a female. You know you don't want me on Wilding Out, and that's why." So.
Did you see? Because I happened to see what Nick Cannon said about it.
Yes.
Did you see that?
So Nick Cannon did respond. He basically just kind of said, this guy is suffering from mental illness.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we put our black people out to the masses and we don't protect them. These are some of the things that can happen. Now, as you know, of course, with Orlando, this isn't his first time speaking out or making claims that people have denied.
Yeah.
He actually stated the same thing about Raven-Symoné at some point, stating that they had a sexual encounter in the past, which she came out and quickly denied.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's clearly not in a healthy place right now. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but on Dr. Phil not so long ago, he was telling him about his mental illness and his drug addiction and how his life was kind of spiraling out. At the time, he was trying to get clean and get healthy, and I don't think that worked out because here we are again. You know? Now, I don't know how valid these claims are or if they hold any validity, but it sounds like the ramblings of a mentally ill person who is on drugs.
And I'm just personally inclined to trust Nick Cannon because he's always doing something, really good for people. He's always, trying to spread a positive image. And of course, with Orlando, I know he's going through a lot of troublesome stuff right now, and that would probably make him inclined to say some things. And I think Nick Cannon really just hit the nail on the head with his whole statement about that. It's fun to look online and be like, "Oh my gosh, he's wild!" Like to do this, but
I'm gonna just keep it real. Orlando is a drug addict.
Yeah.
He is a drug addict. Clearly, he's already made that claim himself, so it's not alleged. He is going through a mental break, and he is clearly unstable. I would not take anything that man says seriously. As pretty much the same thing Nick Cannon said. I feel bad for him. He was a very, very important role in my childhood. Like, I loved That So Raven. I loved his character. And it's a shame to see him go down this route. But he is releasing music, so that's something good. He's trying to get his name out there. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Orlando and child.
Well, yeah.
And that's tea. Moving on. Wendy Williams.
What's tea with Wendy?
Wendy Williams is in the media for her divorce. Not the other thing that I'm sure you all have heard about.
Oh,
Wendy. She's in the media for her divorce with Kevin Hunter. According to TMZ, they are officially divorced, and apparently she opted to split their assets right down the middle. So
should be easy.
The home that they had in Jersey, they're gonna put up for sale. She's gonna get half of the proceeds. He's gonna get half. They had another home in Florida. She's gonna keep that one. And then there's another home they had in Jersey, which he is gonna keep.
Oh.
And according to him, he is going to give up his share of the production company which runs her show and sell it back to her so that they can kind of end on a clean break.
Well, good for her, because that sounds, it's clean for them, but child,
it's messy.
The divorce, yes, because what I heard is that whole situation was a whole mess.
Well, allegedly, as we know, he cheated on Wendy, got some random girl pregnant. Wendy knew about it. She kept trying to play it safe in the media like this wasn't going on because she didn't want him to be embarrassed and she didn't want to be one of the hot topics. And it all finally broke, and it got to a point where she couldn't deny it anymore. It was just, it was obvious. Everybody could see it. And so then she disappeared from her show for an extended period of time. She had co-hosts and guests and people popping up and showing up. And then finally she came back and she stated that she was gone off the show because of health reasons, allegedly. But we all know, what was really going on. And then, of course, then all of a sudden they weren't together anymore. She was wearing her ring. And
sis, you run everybody else's tea. Why don't you run your own?
To me, it's ridiculous that you feel like your life should stay personal, but everybody else's life has to be out.
Yes.
Girl. Bye, Wendy. Bye. Anywho, I'm happy for Wendy. I'm glad that she's, got her divorce stuff worked out. I hope things turn around for her. She was messing with some doctor guy that she was talking about not too long ago, but I don't know if that's still a thing. Because remember, she had the real young guy she's messing with.
Yes.
Time when she wore those big old 2 big boots and was kind of mean. And we ain't gonna get into that. But
Wendy.
Anyway.
Oh, Wendy.
But yeah, so that's what's going on with the celebrity gossip and news. Stay tuned, check us out. We'll keep you posted on some of these things. And moving on to our interracial dating segment. What we got going on in interracial dating?
So today I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about different entertainment. So like specifically TV and movies.
Okay.
And so before I met you, there were so many movies I had not seen that are like cultural staples.
Yes.
I mean, I will preface this by saying I haven't seen a whole lot of movies in general.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the classics that I haven't seen a lot of them because, as everyone will tell you, I like trash. I just like garbage media. However,
trash.
Shut up. I like, silly rom-coms. But before we started dating, I hadn't seen, and it was our recommendation station. I hadn't seen Color Purple before I started dating you. And, that's like a staple. That's really big.
Yes.
And, what else have we seen? Set It Off, which is also a really... Because I heard references to it and I didn't know what that was. Mm-hmm. So, just learning more of, the entertainment that are, whole cultural staples, but specifically within, the Black community. And it's been a really cool learning experience to see, all these cool forms of art. And then, yeah. But also, I can tell you all about Friends, even though, disclaimer, I think it's, now, with my, vision, I think it's trash and it's terrible. But, I can tell you all about it. I know who's who. I know who's together. You know anything about Friends?
I know a little bit. I know Chandler and Ross and Rachel and Monica.
Oh, so you know everybody.
Joey.
Oh, so you know everybody.
And Phoebe.
Oh,
that's all 6 of them.
Yeah,
right?
you got them all.
Okay, so yeah, I know that, and I know that some of them were in relationships at some point, and I remember Phoebe went viral with the cat song.
Maybe.
But outside of that, I know nothing.
Yeah, but I could tell you who got to who and who's. But Friends is older than me. So there's no need for me to have known it, but I do anyway.
Right.
And I feel I don't know, because my friend, he was telling me, he was this is how you end up with shit like Friends trivia nights. Because
who's doing that?
Coworkers.
And that's what we call that white people shit.
So, yeah, seeing media and stuff and something else as far as entertainment. Of course, white people know who Stevie Wonder is. Who doesn't? You have to be living under a rock not to know who he is. Because he is no! I can't stand it! Stop it! But, so what I've noticed...
Speaking of Stevie Wonder, too, the hairline...
Oh, it's through.
Stevie. Go bald, please.
Listen. Please. Please. No.
I beg of you. Go bald. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. But yeah, what were you saying?
So, speaking of him, birthdays. He has a birthday song that I had no clue what it was.
Which we will not sing here for copyright reasons.
Oh, true. But I remember being the first time with your mom's birthday, and everybody started singing happy birthday. So it's okay, happy birthday, whatever. And then, I was shook, because it took a turn that I was not prepared for. I was, ready for everybody to, okay, we'll cut the cake now.
Child.
It's whatever. And then everybody started, singing this song. I was what is...
That's when we started putting the funk into it.
I was what? I was what is happening?
That's when we got black on his ass.
I was just... Because I didn't know what was going on. And, of course... I couldn't sing on beat or anything.
No, because you can't do that anyway.
Right. So
I love you.
So
he has.
And I own that. Even though, anyway.
I'm here for your no rhythm having ass. I love it.
But it's still fun and I love it. But the first time, I was just I had no idea what was happening. Because I thought we were just, because everybody just sing happy birthday, then you cut the cake. And then it took a turn. I was oh.
You weren't ready for it.
I wasn't ready.
We gave him the funk, the whole funk,
And it's
nothing
great.
but the funk. Still help me God.
And it's great. And now I don't think I can ever not think of that song on a birthday.
Well, good. I'm glad we could.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could sprinkle a little of black seasoning on the back of your kitchen.
No, shut up. You
And
know I
just
got a kitchen.
breathe life into you. Every white person needs a black friend. Please get you a black friend. They will open up doors that you never knew were there.
The show Martin, I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I guess we just... I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
So, I mean, we have differences. It's great.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's fun.
Stay around and watch us, and we'll talk about some more of those differences in next week's segment of Interracial Dating. So, next up is my favorite part of the show. It is where Ben gets his name of the week.
You're touching my hair.
Anyways, so last time Ben's nickname was
Peppermint Patty.
Peppermint Patty.
Lame ass nickname.
This week, I'm actually gonna flip the script on Ben because Ben didn't even know I was doing this.
Oh.
Ben's gonna give me a nickname
Oh!
of the week. So, let me sit back and sip my tea.
Oh god, now I gotta think, because I didn't know you was doing this, so I have no idea what to say. Shit. I didn't know your ass was finna do this. Ratty, trifling ass.
I'm waiting.
I'm trying to think. Maybe if you gave me a moment to think for 1 second, I could do something.
See, it ain't easy, is it?
Oh, I can't stand you. You are going to be Honey Dip.
Honey Dip.
Honey Dip. And you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell y'all all why. Cause when we had started dating, and we've been dating for a while, so I don't know how far in this was. Cause we've been together forever. Anyway, I said to him one day, I think I was mad at him. I was like, Jared, and he was like, to you, I am bae, or baby, or sugar plum, or honey dip. So I'm giving honey dip back to you this week.
I'll take it. I like that. I need to dip some honey in this nasty ass, dry ass, stank ass, funky ass, trifling ass, grungy ass tea.
Then make it next time. And that's on periods.
Not. Moving on. Now we come to the part of our show where we do our segment. So, what made you say this week?
So, I was scrolling through my Instagram, and Khloe Kardashian, stop. Please. You know what I saw?
What'd you see?
She has a room in her house dedicated to her wigs, which is fine to do. But it was like 15 copies of the same wig. I was like, why? And it was all straight. And I was like,
It looks also like the traditional, like how old ladies have a little foam head with the wig on.
They weren't on them heads, they was on hangers. I thought they was pleated skirts.
What?
I thought they were... Yes, I thought they was pleated skirts on hangers, and then I had
She
to...
had wigs hanging from hangers?
That's what it looked like. I don't know, but...
How do you hang a wig from a hanger?
Child, I don't know. I'll show you the picture. It was... I was just like, what are you doing? It was a variation of, like, the same wig at different lengths, and some were, like, wavy, and some were straighter. And it was, like, pink and blonde.
I thought she already had, like, really long hair on her own. I didn't realize they wore wigs.
The appropriation. They love to do it.
Oh. I'm sorry, Khloe. I didn't realize you was bald like that. I thought you had a little bit of edges or something. Maybe, you know, some people be using too much of that edge control, be pulling their edges out and they be laying it down and be dry.
When you try to do something that's not for you, that's what you get. And I mean...
No lies detected. Hey Siri, are there any lies detected? No, Jared, there are no lies detected. Thank you, Siri. You're welcome. So,
What made you say, this week?
what made me say, this week was there is a really popular film that Tyler Perry has put out.
Okay.
It is on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Netflix.
And it is like gone super viral. I haven't seen the film yet, but what I have seen are the memes. One of the actors in the movie, McCad Brooks, I believe is how his name is pronounced. He has gone viral for this like 2-piece and a biscuit wig.
2-piece and a biscuit
that they have put on him. It looks like my hair if my hair looked like shit. It's like glued on like lace front for men. It's sticking up like a box. The hairline's way back here.
Who laid his hair? Who laid it?
Apparently a man with no fingers.
No, not a man with no fingers. How do you show me how you lay a wig with no fingers. How you do it?
Cause that's what it looked like somebody did to his head.
No.
That is a fucking mess. It needs to go. Oh my god, I saw that and that is by far the worst application of any man's lace front I have seen thus far. And I've seen some pretty bad ones, and I've actually seen some good ones that could pass for looking like real hair. But that one, that one made me say, Got to go. Got to go.
All right.
Moving on. So, now is a part of our show where we do our weekly meme.
Our weekly meme.
Our what?
Weekly meme.
Our weekly meme.
Shut up.
So this week's weekly meme is one of my personal favorites. It actually comes from a television show that we watched at one point.
Yeah.
That is very old. We're not even going to give you the name of it because there's no point to, because it doesn't come on anymore and you really can't find it anywhere. But one of the characters was very upset at her boyfriend, and she was talking to her boyfriend's father, whom she also had happened to have a relationship with in the past. It's just messy.
So messy.
And the boyfriend was going to be cast in a adult film.
Homosexual adult film.
Yes, a homosexual adult film, and he was a straight man. And as she was yelling in her fit of rage to his father about how she saved him from, this awful thing, she said, they were going to class him as a sloppy bottom.
She showed
and ever since then, that has been a meme in our relationship. For those of you who don't know what a sloppy bottom is, a bottom is the other half of the gay sexual experience you have.
The bottom receives the penetration.
Yes, they receive the penetration, pretty much. And we'll get into that in another video someday down the road. Yeah, I mean, because straight people, y'all don't be knowing.
Oh, they don't really be knowing.
Y'all need to be knowing, and we need to put y'all up on game. But anyways, so yeah. So a sloppy bottom is somebody with a loose butthole because they've been giving it out to everybody because it's a muscle, and once it's used up, it gets like a vagina, it gets loose.
Vagina doesn't get loose, though.
Some of you women out there, it's loose. And it needs some juice to give it a spruce because it's loose. But yeah, so.
We do love sloppy bottom, though.
So ever since then, that's been a meme in our relationship. So now you can use it and feel free to say it as many times as you want when somebody is a piece of shit and you want to read them fulfilled. Call them a sloppy bottom.
Unless you're straight, because that's kind of a gay thing. If you're gay, go ahead. But if you're straight, I'd rather not.
Call them a sloppy bottom.
It's not your word. Sorry.
You just gotta ruin everything.
What?
These memes are for everybody to use, okay? For everybody to use. That's why we created them. They're supposed to be for everybody.
Okay.
Just don't call your gay friends sloppy bottom. Don't do it. Disclaimer. For those of you who are like Benjamin. Anywho, so now you come to the part of our show where we give you our recommendation station. Our recommendation station, as you know, is just when we give you a recommendation of a video or a show or an idea or a cooking recipe or just something that you can use that maybe you haven't thought of or used before. So this week's recommendation is You.
No, not you. The show You.
You. Y-O-U is the name of the show.
Ugh.
You is a show that is on Netflix. It has pretty much gone viral. It's really popular. Everybody's watching it. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend it. It is a show about a gentleman who falls in love / stalks a woman and harms all of those around her so that he can get close to her.
Mm-hmm.
And once he's done that, he then continues the cycle of psychotic behavior, and it only gets worse until it reaches a boiling point and things between him and her actually hit the fan. I'm not going to give you any of the details because I want you to watch the show, but it is a very good show. I highly recommend it. It is addicting. We are in the midst of season 2.
We're in like the middle, I think, and season 2 just dropped.
And season
this
2
month.
actually is really good.
Yeah.
And they've already confirmed for a season 3.
Yes.
So, and I don't know how this show can get any crazier, but it seems to do it every episode. So I would highly recommend You. It's just a damn good show.
With Penn Badgley's little skinny ass.
Yeah. I'm sorry, if you like looking at men's butts, you ain't gonna get nothing out of You, because it is...
Oh, Penn Badgley is tiny.
It's flat.
And for all my Gossip Girl fans out there, I know some of y'all done watch Gossip Girl. It's like his character in Gossip Girl, but just crazy. Honestly.
Yeah. But anywho, we highly recommend You, and so yeah, check it out. So, if you've stuck with us this long,
Thank you.
we sure do appreciate you.
We sure do appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
We do.
And we will be working on content and continuously creating as much as possible. If you haven't seen our Hot or Not video, go and check it out. It's going to be right down here at the end of the video when it goes off. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And stay tuned. We're going to be releasing some cool content. Until then, bye.